Of course, we're on the next project. What do we got? Mercedes OM617. We are going to do some fuel system cleaning. I've already replaced the fuel filters, the primary and then the pre-filter in a previous video. Check that out. It's been probably 10,000 miles since I've had that replaced. Now we are going to use a little bit of this diesel purge made by Liqui Moly. Liqui Moly, I don't know. So I'm going to replace the fuel filter afterwards. So I filled the, I should have filled this with diesel, but I ended up filling it with that Liqui Moly. So that's what I'm going to use for replacement. And then what I'm going to do is I have a contraption here that I'm making. There's the rest of the Liqui Moly diesel purge, and that's how much I'm going to run through it. I made this little contraption here with a fuel hose, and that's going to go in, and that's going to be my new fuel tank after the injectors and goes back to the fuel tank. And then this is the feed that feeds the actual injection pump. Got this rigged up. This was the return back to the tank. This was the feed from the tank to the fuel pump. So that's plugged. I have since taken the pre-filter, which goes into the injection pump, and it's looping around and going down this piece of steel just to keep it straight into the fuel tank. And then this fuel line coming off of the top of the fuel filter is the return, and I have that going down to return. So it's going to be drawing out of the fuel tank and returning back into the fuel tank all through this little system in a closed loop. And let's start it up. And then the cardboard's there just to catch any drips. Should be running on diesel purge now. It's been probably 5 minutes. It's a little darker in color, but it's not too different, really. It's a little quieter, but not much. Seems exactly the same. So I'll just sit here. I've been revving it up every once in a while. Just shut the car down. Ran through most of it. I don't want to suck any air. So we're going to pull this all apart, put it back the way it is, and replace the fuel filters, both the pre-filter and the primary fuel filter at the same time, and see how it goes. Right there. That's what we're left with. There's definitely some particles in there, but it's kind of just like a black tea. It's not that bad. It's darker than what the fuel was though, so it did something.